A 529 plan is one of the most powerful education savings tools available. Tax-free growth, flexible use, and new rules that make leftover money easier to redirect than ever. But the mistakes people make with these accounts are surprisingly common, and some of them trigger a 10% penalty plus income tax on money you spent years building. This video covers the 5 most costly 529 mistakes, how they happen, and exactly how to avoid them. Mistake 1. Waiting to open the account. This one costs families more money than almost any other mistake. And it doesn't feel like a mistake at the time. It feels like being reasonable. The baby is young. There's time. You'll get to it. But the entire advantage of a 529 is tax-free compounding. The longer the money sits invested, the more powerful that compounding becomes. A family that opens a 529 at birth and contributes $200 a month has a dramatically different outcome at age 18 than a family that starts at age 8 with the same monthly amount, even if they contribute more, aggressively to catch up. Open the account early. Even if your first contribution is $50, the account being open and invested is what matters. You can always increase contributions later. Mistake 2. Leaving the money in the default investment. This one is quiet and expensive. Most 529 plans automatically put your contributions into a money market fund or a low-yield default option when you first open the account. If you never change it, your money earns almost nothing for years while you think it's growing. The right move is to put 529 funds in an age-based portfolio, a fund that automatically adjusts its allocation as your child gets closer to college age. Aggressive and equity-heavy when the child is young, gradually shifting more conservative as they approach 18. Most plans offer these, and they are almost always the right default for families who don't want to actively manage the investments. Check your current investment selection today. If it says money market or something that sounds like a savings account, change it. Mistake 3. Withdrawing for the wrong expenses or in the wrong year. This is the most technical mistake and the most avoidable. Non-qualified withdrawals trigger income tax on the earnings plus a 10% federal penalty. And the wrong year is just as much of a problem as the wrong expense. Here's the timing rule most people don't know. Your 529 withdrawal and the expense it covers must occur in the same calendar year. If your child's spring semester tuition bill comes due in January 2027, you need to make that withdrawal in 2027, not in December 2026, because it felt convenient. A mismatch between the year of the withdrawal and the year of the expense is enough to trigger a penalty. On qualified expenses, the list is much longer than most people realize. Tuition, fees, books, room and board for college, K-12, tuition up to $20,000 per year. Tutoring, standardized test fees, curriculum materials, and educational therapies for students with disabilities, all added in 2026. Registered apprenticeships and vocational credentialing programs. The list is broad, but laptops, insurance, transportation, gym memberships, and most personal expenses do not qualify, even if your kid uses all of those things at college. Keep receipts for everything. The IRS can audit 529 withdrawals, and documentation of qualified expenses is your protection. Mistake 4. Assuming your state's plan is automatically the right one. Nearly 40 states offer a state income tax deduction or credit for 529 contributions, and most of those benefits only apply if you contribute to your home state's plan. So there is a real reason to consider your state's plan first. But state tax benefits are not the only factor. Investment options, fund fees, and overall plan quality vary enormously by state. A mediocre state plan with a small tax deduction might cost you more in fees and underperformance than the deduction is worth over 18 years. Compare your state's plan against high-rated national plans. Utah's My 529 and New York's 529 Direct Plan are consistently well-regarded for their low fees and strong fund lineups. Also, watch for recapture rules. Some states require you to pay back the state tax deduction you claimed if you roll the money into another state's plan later. Know your state's rules before you move money anywhere. Mistake 5. Emptying or closing the account if your child gets a scholarship or doesn't go to college. This is the mistake that has the easiest fix and yet catches the most families off guard. Your child gets a full scholarship. You assume the $529 money is stranded and take it out. You pay income tax plus the 10% penalty on years of gains. You didn't have to do any of that. If your child receives a scholarship, you can withdraw up to the scholarship amount from the $529 penalty-free. You'll still owe income tax on the earnings portion, but the 10% penalty is waived specifically for scholarship situations. If there's money left over beyond that, you have several options. You can change the beneficiary to a sibling, cousin, or any family member, no tax consequences. You can hold it for graduate school. You can hold it for your own continuing education, or if the account has been open for at least 15 years. You can roll up to $35,000 into a Roth IRA in the beneficiary's name, turning leftover college savings into a tax-free retirement head start. Closing the account and taking a taxable withdrawal is almost never the right answer. You have more options than you think. 5 mistakes. Here's the quick version. Open the account early, even with a small contribution. Check your investment selection and get into an age-based portfolio. Match every withdrawal to a qualified expense in the same calendar year. Compare your state's plan against national plans before committing. And if your child doesn't use the full balance, explore your options before touching the account. Next video, we're running the direct comparison between a $529 and a Roth IRA for college savings. Because for some families, the Roth actually wins, and the deciding factor might surprise you.